During my stay in Morocco, I took a 3-day trip to go to the Sahara Desert. I've seen beautiful landscape, met bunch of great people, learned new culture and history. So in this video, I'm going to bring you along with me in this journey to the biggest desert on planet Earth, the Sahara Desert.
Yalla, yalla. Me and the sun. And the sun.
So the journey will bring us to Merzougaaaaa. So Merzougaaaaa is the city known as the gateway to the desert. But along the way to Merzougaaaaa, we will also pay a visit to some places. So I hope you enjoy this journey with me.
Hello from Marrakesh, and right now it's 7 AM and I have a rendezvous at 7:30 to go to the desert Merzougaaaaa. So let's see how these trips go.
So our journey begins from Marrakesh at around 8 AM. We had a lot of roads to cover to arrive in Merzougaaaaa. So if you aren't familiar with the Moroccan map, here's the map. Our 2-day trip gonna look like this. A lot of zigzag roads. It is about 600 kilometers. So our first stop of the day is Tizi in Tishka. So Tizi in Tishka is the highest paved road on the Atlas mountain. It is about 2,260 meters above sea level. So from here we can see beautiful scenery, only mountains, and it is also so windy. So while crossing the high Atlas mountains, we can see villages of the Berbers, or also known as the Amazigh. So if you don't know who they are, Berbers are the first inhabitant of North Africa, way before the Arabs come. They have their own culture, history, language, even a flag of their own people. So most Moroccan nowadays are considered as Arabized Berbers, as they speak Arabic and practice certain Arab culture. Also the intermarriage between Arab and Berber people. Our second visit of the day is Ait Benhaddou. So Ait Benhaddou is a fortified Berber village that dates back to the 11th century. Our guide Muhammad took us around the village and explained the history of this place. The buildings you see are typical Berber architectures. It is made mainly by clay and straw. And also, did you know that the Muslim and the Jews used to live here side by side in peace in this small village? We can still find here today the old mosque in the Muslim quarter and a synagogue in the Jewish quarter. And this place is in the World Heritage List of UNESCO since 1987.
This means a free woman, free man. But in generally, we have this alphabet in the flag, which is mean freedom.
So after the visit, we continued our journey. We are heading now to Tinghir. So Tinghir is the city where we're going to sleep for the first night. And on the way to go to Tinghir, on our left, on our right, there's nothing. So we find ways to entertain ourselves. And finally, after a few hours, we arrive in Tinghir, and I can finally get off the bus, check in my hotel, and I can lay my bag after a really long journey on the road. So finally we have arrived in Tinghir. So this is the city where we're going to sleep tonight, and we are more than half of our journey to go to the desert Merzougaaaaa. And we departed from Marrakesh at 8 AM and we arrived here at 7 PM, so that's about 11 hours. So during the trip we got to see the panoramic view from the highest paved road on the Atlas mountain here in Morocco, and we visited for about 1.5 hours in Ait Benhaddou. And we did a little 3 or 4 stops during the whole trip to go to some cafe or to eat or to go to the toilet. And right now finally in Tinghir, a little bit tired, but I was so happy during the journey because from Marrakesh to Tinghir we see a lot of Berber village, and it's really unique for me because this is not the kind of panoramic view that I see in France or in Malaysia. So I see how the people in the village, people in the mountains live. So it's really quite a unique experience. So right now I'm gonna eat and then sleep, and see you soon. See you tomorrow. We're heading to Merzougaaaaa. On the second day, after breakfast with a stunning view of sunrise, we headed to our first place to visit of the day, the Todra Valley. So the Todra Valley is one of the most important gorge in Morocco as it supplies water to many Berber villages. We also visited a Berber village along the valley to learn and see how the Berbers make their traditional carpet from multiple types of wool like sheep, goat, camel, even baby camel.
And yellow, it's saffron. And the brown, it's henna and vinegar.
So as we continue walking, and there were big rock faces await us, the picturesque canyon, the scenery of the Todra Gorge is really breathtaking. And if you are a fan of rock climbing, well, you can bring your gears and do it here. From the Todra Valley, we continued our journey for about 1 hour to our next stop. At our next stop, we're gonna get dressed in traditional Berber or Amazigh clothes.
Yalla yalla. Look at us. Look at local now. Yeah. Look like a local.
Mooier dan. Ja, we gaan natuurlijk die pan doen. Ja, daar gaan we. Ja. Je hoeft toch niet helemaal daar naartoe? So nice.
After we took photos with the traditional Berber clothes, we continued our ride to the desert. And after about 1 hour and 40 minutes of road, we finally saw the sand dunes.
Sand dunes is there, and the mountains on our front of the mountains there. The mountains, c'est la frontière avec l'Algérie. It's the borders between Morocco and Algeria.
So the first thing we did as we arrived at the desert was riding a camel to go watch the sunset.
Whoa. Yalla yalla. On a camel. Right, about 1 hour and a half of camel ride. Since the oil is really expensive, I think it's a good idea to buy camel now. So we're gonna stop here for the sunset. Hey, so this camel name is Bob Marley. Really nice guy. Bob Marley, huh? We're just waiting here for the sunset. My friend Bob Marley. Can you guys imagine getting lost in the desert? There's nothing. There's nothing to eat. There's nothing to drink. Only camels.
After sunset, we jumped back on our camel and headed to our camp for the night. We're sleeping in a tent in the desert.
Okay, so we arrived in the camp where we're gonna sleep tonight.
Oh, hello. How are you doing? Good? Perfect. Hello.
That's awesome.
So this is my room, 2 beds for me in a tent in the desert, and a bit tired, but one experience. We're gonna eat about in 30 minutes, so I have time just to relax. Oh, I mean, the ride on the camel was so good, but after a moment I feel like, you know, the feeling when you get off the boat, you feel moving even though you already jump off the camel, you still feel like this. So I will use this 30 minutes before eating just to chill down, and we go eat. Ciao.
And right after dinner, the show begins.
So people are still partying behind me. I'm too tired. I'm just gonna enjoy the sky, because in the desert there's not so much light pollution, and we can actually see a lot of stars, a lot of stars. So I'm just gonna enjoy the night sky. Hello, good morning, and last day of the trip. We need to wake up really early this morning because we're going to take the camel and we're going to see the sunrise. and after the sunrise we're heading back to Marrakesh. I'm sleepy, but at the same time I'm really excited. Alright, we're on the camel. You can't even see my face, but you can see the sky though. Really beautiful sky. Yeah, I don't think you can see my camel. It's the morning, we're getting sunrise and a little bit cold. Alright, so first up, everybody's stopping here and we're going up that hill to see the sun. Woo! Ooh, beautiful sunrise.
Nou, both of you. Huh? Want you both?
Alright, so I've activated my desert mode. Come to the site where there's not so much people, everybody's there. Me and the sun. And the sun. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's really cool. Even though the sun is out, but I think like the sun is not warm enough at the moment. So I need to cover up my face a little bit because I'm starting to have a runny nose. Just chilling around, looking at the desert for the last time. This is actually the first desert that I've seen in my life. It's fantastic. I've seen big mountains, I've seen big sea, and now I see another pretty incredible nature, the desert. Alright, going back to our bus. Yeah, my Habibi.
How are you, Malaysia?
So after watching the sunrise and a short camel ride, we're heading back directly to Marrakesh. So that's it for our journey to the Sahara Desert. We arrived in Marrakesh about 11 hours later. It was a bit tired, but man, I freaking love this journey. It was a great experience. I really didn't expect it to be this good. And if you are wondering how much did I paid for this 3 days journey, I paid about 100 euros or about 470 ringgit. Really worth the money. So that's it for the video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.